Lowkey, the current world record holder, just recorded a 5-minute 30-second MCSR Ranked run, a time that's 17 seconds faster than the current ranked world record. My name is Speedrunner, and today we're breaking down exactly how this run works, decision by decision, inside the speedrunner's mind. Before we start, quick clarification, this isn't an official ranked world record. That belongs to Infume with a 547. This run was done in a private ranked room, meaning filtered seeds and standardized randomness, but no active opponent. With that out of the way, let's get into it. To start, just before the run, we can see an image of the intended seed type being a rune portal. Lowkey spawns in, immediately opens the Piechart, activated with Shift plus F3. Speedrunners use this to detect nearby structures based on entity spikes. Here, he's looking for the rune portal, and that orange spike confirms there's a chest close by. He jumps off a hill, takes a bit of damage, loses the chest to find 54 iron nuggets, 4 obsidian, a flint and steel, and the star of today's show, a looting through sword, the best item in speedrunning, allowing you to get more mob drops from a kill, and saves an enormous amount of time, especially in the fortress, where he's going to use it to kill blazes. Lowkey decides to kill pigs before getting his wood, as his wood source is a bit further away. Using a flint and steel to get cooked food, the first pig drops 2 pork chops, but the second pig drops an astounding 5 pork chops. This should be enough to last the entire run, especially for a top runner like Lowkey, but for safety, he kills another pig for an extra pork chop. Lowkey now scales the mountain to get his wood. The 54 iron nuggets makes exactly 6 iron ingots, which he uses to craft an axe, chop more wood, and a pickaxe to later mine gold in the bastion. He chops his wood, crafts the boat for easy movement, and to later calculate the exact coordinates of his stronghold, goes back to the rune portal and mines the spare gold block for extra trades, and off we go. Lowkey enters the nether at 1 minute and 10 seconds, and immediately uses a macro to thin his screen. He's doing a strategy called E-raying, checking for a spike of entities to find the bastion. However, he doesn't get a noticeable spike, as he quickly notices that his height is as Y92, way higher than he's supposed to be. So he digs down without hesitation. Notice how the C value, indicating the amount of air blocks, is relatively low. This means there's a very small chance for Lowkey to actually freefall and throw the run. And what a beautiful spot to dig down from, because just a few blocks later, Lowkey immediately spots the bastion and also the fortress just to the left. He goes to the bastion, which is a housing bastion, and drops down, notably double stacks to save half a heart of damage. He loses the chest, revealing 6 obsidian, a gold block, some strings, and some arrows. Although noticing the non-attendance of piglins, he weirdly decides to not loot this golden helmet for protection. He starts the route called top-down housing by breaking this chest to anger the nearby piglins, if any, breaks this block for movement, goes down the staircase, and goes to this safe area. He mines the gold, drops the piglins, and performs his housing route, toggling his game to hard mode to attract more piglins, and starts trading. To see how you can do this route yourself, I will leave a link to the playlist of basic bastion routes, along with Curryway's ultimate Minecraft speedrunning guide, which, in my opinion, is the best speedrunning guide out there to help you understand further about bastions. He applies the fire resistant potion extremely early, not because he needs it now, but because forgetting it can and have end runs. He gets out of the hole, starts managing his inventory, and loots this double chest. Then, he crafts a bed early and a stone sword, which normally would be a very good micro optimization. However, this is an inaccuracy, as he literally has a looting through sword and therefore wouldn't even need to use his stone sword or to place that in the first place. We can tell the nerves are getting to him. He now checks his trades and sees that he has enough string, but 1 pro trade and 3 obsidian away to leave the bastion. Lowkey splits his gold, keeping a quarter of it, exactly 12 gold to later craft gold pickaxes if necessary. While he's waiting for the piglins to trade, he goes to the nearby exit of the bastion to perform what's known as a pearl hang. Lowkey goes back to the hole, checks his trade, and he has everything he needs. 2 stacks of pearls, almost 2 stacks of strings, a couple of fire resistant potions, and notably over 20 obsidian, which is enough to build a blind portal at the fortress, and now unhangs the pearls, pearls another, and we are now at the fortress. Lowkey immediately spots the spawner and plays it instead of going for the straight blaze. A more optimal, albeit aggressive play is to go for this straight blaze and then pro to the spawner, as he literally has a looting sword, so maybe he lost a tiny bit of time. Notices how this blaze is elevating and is currently out of reach, so Lowkey takes that time to pre-craft everything he currently can in the 2x2 crafting grid. He also takes his time to organize his inventory further, throwing garbage and any excess fire resistant potions out, and now kills the blaze, which drops 2 blaze rods. Lowkey needs at least 6 to leave, and with the looting sword, he's not going to even need to do anything significant to encourage more blaze spawns. Instead, using this time to craft everything he needs for the endgame, like beds, respawn anchors, and gold pickaxes in case he needs to mine through any walls. And there's another blaze spawn cycle. The first blaze doesn't drop, the second drops 3 rods, and the third drops 4, which means Lowkey leaves the fortress with an absurd 9 blaze rods. During the portal animation, he sets up a strategy called bow dive, first by getting in and out of the boat to register his angle, then lining up in the corner, throws a knife, and boom, exact coordinates to the stronghold from his trigonometry calculator. He goes back to the nether and pros the stronghold coordinates in the nether. Since 1 block in the nether is 8 blocks in the overworld, it is inherently faster to travel to the stronghold location in the nether and build a second portal. This is why we needed 20 obsidian in the first place. This is called double travel. Lowkey builds the portal a bit off from the original coordinates the calculator give, and in rare case this could be punishing, but because he's the GOAT, he's never punished, and is in the stronghold at an absurd 4 minutes and 30 seconds. In the stronghold, Lowkey thins his window again and opens his Piechart to find the general direction of the silverfish spawner and hence the portal room. He sees a beautiful orange spike at the top right and immediately sees the portal room rolling into it. He fills in the eyes, and we are in the end at 4 minutes and 41 seconds, an absurd 11 second stronghold split and 14 seconds faster than the current ranked world record. The spawn is open. Lowkey pros to the right and is now going to perform what's known as the zero cycle, where he kills the dragon before it even gets a chance to perch. This is called an open front spawn cage, which is effectively a free zero even for zero cycle beginners, let alone a top runner like Lowkey, and this should be a cakewalk for him, and he's going to Oh god. Lowkey falls and almost dies. What happened? Well, he threw a pro a bit too high on the corner, which is really not ideal for block clutching, and while he's trying to replace the gravel in his hotbar with his nether bricks, the pro lands and Lowkey is unprepared to block clutch, and he is now on 2 hearts. Any normal player here would just eat his food to heal, and then dish the zero cycle to kill the dragon normally, but Lowkey is not a normal player. He pillars up, sets up the zero cycle regardless, and gets to an unreal Y95, the second highest height you can go with 1 rotation to spare. He eats a pork chop to heal, and there's the first bet. He pulls out a crossbow, shoots the dragon, and explodes 2 beds in the same rotation, and does it again for the clean 3+2-0 cycle, slaying the dragon at 5 minutes and 10 seconds. He pros to the end fountain, blocks himself up to prevent any enderman from attacking him, and finishes the run at 5:30, 17 seconds faster than the ranked world record. What a phenomenal speedrun from Lowkey, seriously establishing himself as one of the greatest to have ever touched Minecraft speedrunning. And if you want to see more of this type of content, subscribe so you don't miss any of the future uploads. I'm so excited to continue this series. Thank you to Somber Roses for the inspiration, and I'll see you all next time.